Welcome in everybody that's joining us from AMP Lending and Coast Investments. How's it going, Mr. Tim?
It's going great, man. I'm happy that we're doing this, man. This is the first one, first of many.
First of many, man, and we're here to educate pretty much a lot of the local buyers that think that they can't either get their first house or pull out some of the equity in their house. And there's a lot of different factors that factor in whenever you have all this equity and you don't know how to use it, or you don't even know what is what.
Mm,
So I'm excited to teach our buyers and teach our new investors,
mm,
our investors that have a lot of history and don't know what they could use.
right.
But let's first start off with introducing yourself. I mean, it's going to be one of our first lives
Mm.
where we're going to be talking about our HELOC line of credit. But I want to start by introducing yourself, Mr. Tim. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Tim Breaux with AMP Lending. I've been in the mortgage industry going on 19 years. Prior to that, played professional basketball, played for the Houston Rockets for 2 seasons, 94 through 96. The first year was the second championship. That opportunity to play for the Milwaukee Bucks and spent a long time, most of my career playing in Europe. I played everywhere, whether it's Spain, Italy, Germany, Turkey, you name it. I've been there. So I'm somewhat of a globetrotter, so to speak. But grateful for the opportunity because it gave me the opportunity to see other countries, other cultures, and but it was always had a fascination for financing. But I didn't know to what capacity I'd be able to be able to get into that industry. So when my career started to wind down, I had to start really thinking about the second phase of my life or what I was going to do. And opportunity came to me to get into the mortgage industry, and got into it. And hey, I'm still here, been in it ever since. And gives me a sense of satisfaction to help people, especially those first time home buyers, to achieve that goal of home ownership. I've helped many investors create passive income by purchasing real estate, creating a multi-million dollar rental portfolio. So something I have a lot of knowledge about, and something that I really enjoy.
Awesome. Uh, I mean, you taught me a lot over the last couple of years and put me in positions to win. I know that you did that on the court, but
Mm.
even now, uh, every time I give you a call, you bless me with knowledge that
Yes.
I would have never got going anywhere else.
Mm.
I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Over a 15-year partnership of educating me on how to refinance, uh, how to use my credit to help benefit saving money, pay off credit cards, pay off cars. I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of my success is based off you,
Yeah.
based off your knowledge, and that's what we're here for as well. People think that it's only for the select few that can learn all of this, but it's really everyday people that can learn how to save money. And just a couple of conversations, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there,
Mm.
you get to really dive in and see where you could potentially learn and grow from that. So, I mean, going into this, we're definitely pushing in our HELOC uh, line of credit. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's the difference between a home refinance and a home line of credit?
Well, great. Those great questions. Well, home refinance. Basically, you're refinancing your existing mortgage, and you're trying to pull out, of course, access the difference of the appraised value, subtracting, of course, your mortgage balance. Here in the state of Texas, you only can borrow up to 80% of the appraised value. So, a home refinance, cash out refinance, is basically you refinance your existing mortgage and you'll start a new mortgage history. The home equity line of credit, which is really a more of an attractive option right now, especially being the state of the market. Rates are not as low as they were a few years ago, so more buyers are looking at, or more homeowners are looking at the HELOC as an option. Some of my borrowers have interest rates on their primary mortgage at 3 or 4%, so naturally they don't want to touch that because rates are not that low. So the home equity line of credit is another option. Of course, it's the same rule apply. You can access that equity find out what the appraised value. You have to get an appraisal done to determine what the market value is, and of course, minus whatever you owe on your home, you'll be able to get that difference up to 80% of the appraised value. So it works something like a revolving line of credit, something like a credit card. You can access the funds as needed, and that gives you another option there to really access that equity for whatever your purpose is for it.
Sorry. What are the rates for somebody like that don't know on the home line of credit?
Well, the rates it varies. I mean, of course, your credit is going to determine what those rates will be. You see some rates are in the 5%, some a little bit higher, depending on what your credit your FICO scores are. But one thing to be mindful of, the rate is variable, so it can change. It dictates how it's predicated on how the market, what's going on in the market. So it can fluctuate. So generally, it's a variable rate, and it's tied to the prime rate. So whatever's going on in the market, it will determine what your payment will be. Also, you only will have to pay the interest during the draw period, and generally the draw period can be anywhere from 5 to 10 years. So during that time, you can take out as much or as less, whatever you need, you can access it at that time, and the payment will be based on, of course, what you're taking out at that particular time. So it can fluctuate.
Okay, awesome. So I see a lot of people asking, what can they use it for? Can you refinance, like, or can you pay off your car, credit cards, those student loans that have been lingering at a high interest rate? What do you see a lot of people use that money for?
Well, several options, several reasons why they would do it. It can be for home improvements. It can be for consolidate debt, as you said, like high rate credit cards or high accounts with high interest rates. You can consolidate that. On my end, being that I do work with a lot of investors, I've had many investors access that equity to build a rental portfolio. Which is going to ultimately create more, passive income for them and build their net worth. So those are some of the reasons that you may use a HELOC.
Oh, awesome, awesome. I really I remember doing the refi. I didn't think I had any other options, but speaking to you about this line of credit, I feel like I could definitely pay off those high interest credit cards that I have that accumulated during COVID,
Mhm.
and being able to pay them off at a lower interest rate. On top of that, where do you see like the turnaround? Like, let's say I know everybody's story's gonna be based off their credit, but let's say that I want to start that process. How long does that normally take?
For us getting qualified for that HELOC,
Correct.
yeah, it's less than 30 days. It's not something that's time consuming. Depending on also, all banks, all lenders are not created equal, so everyone has their own time frame to complete a transaction. But I say that on the average, around 3 weeks, that transaction will be done. I think the most time consuming part of the transaction is getting an appraiser out to appraise your property. So that can take anywhere from 7 to 10 days. I think now that the market has slowed down a bit, appraisal turn times are a lot better than what they were a few years ago when it was taking 2, maybe 3 weeks to get an appraisal in.
Oh, yeah.
But it's I would say roughly around 3 weeks, 3 4 weeks is the window to get that from start to finish.
Now, I mean, I have a lot of friends that got cold feet over the years, and they're like, "Well, I want to buy a house," and this was 2020,
Mhm.
before 21, and they were like, "I want to buy a house, but I'm a little scared." We tried to push the low interest rates on that. What is something that a lot of people are like? Why are they focusing mostly on the home line of credit instead of the refinance?
Well, for the purpose of the interest, because of the state of the market, interest rates are much higher now. So the home equity line of credit is a more attractive option, and plus, you have flexibility. You don't have to access all the funds at once. Whereas with a
Mm,
standard cash out refi, then you're taking all that equity out at once, and that's what your payment is going to be based on that. So the HELOC is a more attractive option right now because you don't have to take all. There's a lot of flexibility there. You don't have to access all the funds at once. You can go as needed.
okay, awesome, awesome. Well, I mean, I appreciate the insight on
Mhm.
that. What else does A&P lending do? What besides that? how can you help other either first time home buyers or somebody that wants to add more into their portfolio? I mean, I know we're just going to touch a tip of the iceberg on what you
Mhm.
do, but I mean, how can they reach out to you and ask you more questions? What's the best phone number or website or email address that we can contact you?
Well, yeah, my cell phone is the best way to reach me. That's my direct number. I'm always available. They can be reached at 713-256-1746. If you have any questions about the lending process, we're a full service lender, so we pretty much have all, any program that you're looking for, we have access to it. We also have some alternative programs for, clients that might not fit in the conventional Fannie Mae Freddie Mac bucket, so to speak. We do have alternative options that can help just about anybody obtain a mortgage loan for the purchase of a property.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I mean, you were telling me a little bit about your NBA glory days
Mhm.
and all the pro days as well. I
Right.
mean, I feel like like I'm one of your teammates because you always help me out, and I appreciate all the support that you give myself, us, and all of our other first time home buyers or other investors as well. So
Mhm.
I want to continue that relationship going forward,
Right.
and I know that a lot of people will reach out to you with a lot of questions that they do have.
Mhm.
So keep taking care of us, keep taking care of the team, and hopefully we can come back in a couple more weeks and educate our buyers that still have a little bit left in the tank to keep buying.
Yes,
So
definitely. I just don't. I think, of course, when any time there's a major change in the market, as most consumers will pull back, because that fear, not knowing what's going to happen, but I always encourage. It's always a good time to buy real estate. Um, you know, Even though the rates are slightly higher than what they were, it's still a good time to buy because you don't want to continue to wait. If you're able to buy now, because you can start building equity right away. You can always refinance in a year or two, right? But if you wait, let's say the rates do come down, but home prices start to increase, then
okay.
you're right back. And so you're not making any progress there, and then you're paying a higher price for the home that you could have gotten earlier. So just
Oh,
be mindful of that. That's what I try to tell a lot of my clients, to be mindful of that. And if they find a good deal, find the right deal, move forward on it now. Don't wait, because home prices will increase, and then you're going to end up paying more for the house that you could have
oh,
gotten a lot sooner. I mean,
without a doubt.
I use myself as an example. When I bought my home in 2000, if I would have waited another 2 weeks before I signed the contract, my home would have cost me an additional $30,000.
Oh, whew.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, we were trying to keep people away from.
right,
It's all
right,
about
right,
saving money and just using that savings into buying more property, building a
right,
portfolio, and being self-sustained to not have to keep going 30, 40 years down the line. And you've helped me pay down mortgages in half as well,
right,
saved me on 15 years and even some tens.
right.
And that's been amazing and a blessing that I'm able to save that money for my family so that they can uh, protect their future and keep growing. So one
Correct.
more time, what's the best way to reach you? Your phone number and your email again, because I know that once this finishes airing,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be blowing you up and texting you and
Right. Yeah, my
asking.
phone number again is 713-256-1746. My email address is tbreaux, Breaux, at askmortgagepros.com. So you can give me a call, email me if you want to schedule a consultation. I'll be more than happy to work with you. It's something that I really enjoy. I really take pride in helping people achieve their financial goals, and the goal of home ownership is a goal of many, but a lot of times people just need to be steered in the right way, have the right information, coached, and just put them in a position, have a plan. Even if for some reason the credit is not where it needs to be, I can definitely help you get to where you need to be, and I think that helps you. That encourages people once they know they have a plan to reach their ultimate goal.
Oh, without a doubt,
Mhm.
without a doubt. Well, like I said, you've put in a lot of people in the position to win, and we'll meet until we meet the next time. I
Yeah.
appreciate everything you've done, and we'll chat next time, Tim.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome, thank you, sir.
All right, take care.